Brazil is a very big country, but within Brazil there is a very, very small part of it called Inglaterra. Let's go to Brazil, Fazenda, Inglaterra. My name is Steve Layton, and I travel the world finding amazing and delicious coffee for you to drink at home. Some make coffee difficult to understand and complicated, but here it's my job to make it easy and fun and tell you what's in my mug. So Inglaterra is a farm that we have bought since 2007, just like last week's one in fact, with Finca Delicio, but this is a little bit different. So I knew the farmer before he owned the farm. Interested? I know the farmer because he's not Brazilian, he's English, hence the Inglaterra. Stephen he still is. He's still in there. An exporter, exporter and importer in a coffee company called Macanta. Stephen decided in 2007 he wanted to buy a farm. So he bought this farm in Poços de Caldas, an altitude around 950 up to 1300 metres above sea level, so got some really good altitude for Brazil in a region that is known for producing some exceptional coffee. And the farm was pretty run down. But what he did, he went in and cut a lot down of weeds and coffee, replanted some of the coffee, left some of the older coffee, but did something that kind of like trimming it back to let it regrow, and then planted a whole heap of natural forest, some eucalyptus, up on the more hillier parts of the farm, and got a harvest from there. And I was very dubious about buying this coffee. I will tell you that I was like, what does he know about running coffee? But what he does have, he has Cristiano that runs Bourbon Group in Poços de Caldas, who manages the farm for him. Now, Cristiano is a multi-Cup of Excellence Award winner, has been involved in many, many good farms, manages Fazenda Cachoeira that you know and I know is one of the best Brazilian coffees in the world. So what he's done, he's got people managing the farm and looking after it for him. And I think that's what makes Inglaterra that unique coffee. It's a small farm with a small production, around about 70, 80 bags a year. We buy all of that production, and we bought every bag that's been produced from there since 2008. In 2007, we did share a couple of bags with somebody because we were kind. But we've just linked in with this farm and linked in with Stephen, who is a really, really good and close friend. And I think this coffee stands up on its own without him being a friend. I think he has all of the qualities that I really want in a good cup. It's been a tough few weeks with Roland back with his daft facts, but he may as well give us another one, I suppose. It's probably the best place. So let's go and track down Roland for his daft fact of the week. Come with me, Wobblecam. Come on, Wobblecam. Roland, do you have a daft fact for us for this week?
I do. Did you know that Poços de Caldas is a spa town in southeast Brazil?
It also has a fantastic monorail. Monorail! 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 So here we are, an English coffee in a French press, in the spirit of unity and the European Union. Oh, maybe not. But anyway, I love the French press. What the French press gives you is really big, bold, textured flavours that come through, and it's super easy and anybody can buy one. So what I've done, I've preheated it. I've added 35 grams of coffee to it. I'm now going to add 500 mils of hot water. We are going to wait for 4 minutes while you watch a brew guide on how to use your French press. Gonna be chewy. Schoolboy error. Don't you love the power of film? 4 minutes and we're already done. So into the cupboard of doom. Oh! This is Roland's mug, so I can use it being as though it was in the cupboard. So this is from Punta Tarazú in Costa Rica, where Roland was just a few weeks ago. And to make him leave, they gave him a mug. So this will be a first use of Roland's mug on it in my mug. There we go. Right, so let's dive in and taste what we have here. Now the French press is just like, you get that texture, you get the little bits coming through on the tongue, but it gives it a really big body, and that's the first thing you notice. Now I'm not sure if that's the brew or the actual coffee, but I really am getting that real texture to it. Peach, lots and lots of peach up front. A little bit of dried apricot as well. You really kind of get that like chewiness to it, and again I think maybe a little bit that's the brew, but maybe that's a little bit the coffee. Also has a nuttiness to it, like a little bit of a hazelnut stroke walnut kind of nuttiness to it. Very, very delicious coffee. Dig out your French press. Go on, I dare you. You really should. Thank you for joining me. Please do come back next week, otherwise I get lonely. And do remember, life is too short for bad coffee. I will use the cafetiere. Gary, have you got anything you'd like to say to the press?
Not anything you can publish. Nothing you can publish.
Ecuador!